Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon, and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, contrasting our regular scheduled program, we are going to be looking at a game today. As you see, it's a curious case. This game is called Social Justice Warrior Turtles. Now, you may be saying, that sounds kind of odd, it's an odd game, an odd name, and just about odd everything. But I discovered this game about 2-3 weeks ago at this point. And it was posted on a thread on TG. And I was immediately fascinated by it for a few reasons. That's my co-host there, my squeaky-ass chair. Now, as you can kind of see by the, well, the title, let's just say the cover. In case you're wondering, that is what the cover looks like. This is a free copy that they are giving away on Drivethru RPG. You can get this. Technically, it's a pay what you want, and they want $4 for the full book, but I paid nothing because I want to take a look at it first. And as you can see here, this is called Kevin Sabeda Loses His Goddamn Mind because he owns the rights to the Turtles name. So, as we can see here, there's let's just say there's a theme going on, and we have the quote tagline: "No gods, no game masters." Now you can't quite see, but this is only a 38-page document. Now, normally I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but you get to see how, as we progress through here, things get a little bit weird. So, I have my little helpful notepad open here in case we find anything that looks a little bit odd, and we want to do a little bit of deeper investigation on it. So, we have here, this is actually a fairly new game. So, actually, this is done by a Spiral Lemniscate Games and by Scott Stubbe. So, even whoa, okay, sort of an anarchist take on Dungeons and Dragons with a dash of Animal Farm, a bit of Robin Hood, and yes, the gamer word. It's okay, everyone, the gamer word has been said. Oh, Jesus. So already here you kind of notice some of the odder bits of it. And this game actually came out this year, which is appropriate because this year is Insanity. So, that's his wife. So, now at first, when this was posted, many people believed that this was a parody or a joke kind of game. It was a satire of social justice warriors, and making their putting games in there and putting some politics into the tabletop sphere. It's a parody on that because it's so on your face. But through this little investigation, you will see my point of view on how I think that this is not. And this is exactly what it's supposedly satirizing. But he hides it under by saying it's a satire, which is a no-no thing. Now, one of my first things is, this is the first line, effectively. This is one of the absolute first lines of the book proper. And it is, why did I make this game? Why did I make this game? I don't know. Maybe because I realized RPGs gives a character an intelligence rating perpetuating racist eugenics. Then you have, and this is going to be a reoccurring theme, maybe because my half-orc barbarian just yelled, "Fuck the pigs," at the town guard in Waterdeep. And you will notice the term pigs be used often. Now, in terms of what he's meaning, he means cops. He means an accurate statement when we get to the enemy section. You will learn anyone I disagree with. Now, however, in terms of the setting, you will notice some peculiar... you'll notice some peculiarities about the way he's portraying pigs, for example, and the idea of race with them, which is a very interesting little topic we'll get into. But you also have some bits like this right here, which we'll get into that afterwards. After we're done with the book, I'll go a little bit more into who Scott is. And Scott being a fairly fascinating character in general. Yeah, so we also hear this. Now, I know this is trying to say Ninja Turtles. However, he can't say Ninja Turtles. Now, mind you, one thing that I always find odd and through this game is that he never mentions what that game is, which is actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness by Palladium Games came out, and let me actually Google that real fast. TMNT and Other Strangeness. TMNT and Other Strangeness. So this game came out in '85. Megaversal by Eric Wujcik. And now the odd thing is, he never mentions it by name, which I feel is kind of odd, as it's obviously wearing its inspiration on its sleeve. But we also get down, yeah, like, he does bring up often that he is autistic, which I'm not the one to call anyone an autist for no reason. I'm just saying stop being an idiot. So, let's see. So, you also notice, now, mind you, if we really look at this is basic fucking aerial. That's literally someone Googled dice and brought this in. It's weird and pixelated. I hate it already. So, the idea, why did this game disappoint me? The same reason other games have not disappoint me. Game Before You does not disappoint me. There's an inherent celebration of otherness. It is. I don't even think that's a PNG. Honestly, I think that's a JPEG. It's a JPEG tier. But if that sounds lofty or misguided, fuck you. You'll notice again some of the oddities of this game. Again, but it's a satire, right? It's supposed to be a joke. What is it? That's the question. What is it? Inside Internal Action is wild version of ours with a fictionalist set. Yeah, more wild version of ours, more fictionalist set. Everyone's an anthropomorphic animal person in it. Now, you'll notice later on that not all animals are made equal. Don't think too much about, yeah. Yeah, this is a noted little thing there, but we'll get to that. So all you need is like 3 to 7 people. This book, some copies of the character sheet and stuff at the end of this book, and some normal 6-sided dice, bro. See, it's things like this that just say, why don't I just publish all my games? Because obviously there is such a low bar to entry at this point. It makes me physically sad. So now we get to the first mention of the GamePig. The GamePig is a Gamemaster. Now, Scott here has a very, well, most conventional RPGs have a hierarchical narrative-making structure, with one person being the godlike narrator, world controller, commonly referred to as Game Master, Dungeon Master, Keeper, Judge, Game Runner, etc. He has a very different idea of what it means to be a game. To me, when I GM, I am working with the players. We're all trying to tell the same story. I'm just running the opposition. They're running their characters. I want to tell a story with them. And I think 99% of other groups are akin to that. You know, you obviously get some groups that are like, yeah, I'm GM versus you. But those games are built usually on, those groups are usually built for that idea. It's an OSR games. It's supposed to be kind of this high difficulty, high danger. This one has a very, as you even point out, Pepper, anti-authority tone. Using the play group, all the players kind of characters. Player character species are sometimes referred to as social justice ninjas or SJNs. The play group does not include the game pig. When something must be determined by the play group, they must come to a consensus on what happens, which is odd, to say the least, but So, nevertheless, the game pig might be able to overrule the consensus sometimes. See below, pig power, which I despise anyway. Game pig! One player must be the game pig and does not create a character, but rather plays all the other people in the world, most notably the pigs. This player, in an educational setting, often the teacher can play the game pig, which, you see this right here, the educational setting. The fear in my head is that he's using this in his school, because you'll realize later on, Scott runs a school. He's a teacher, which is very interesting, but we do not deal with that. So, if we go down further, the direct action adventure, which is an RPG in terms the adventure. So, effectively, the game pig is the Gamemaster. Also, the game pig is sort of like an unfair, embittered Gamemaster who's been stripped of many of their autocratic powers by the players, but still struggles to undo the players any way they can. And hence we have the first image of the pigs, which is odd. So, consensus. The game focuses on consensus. So, and pretty much everyone has to agree on things. It's you also get some, like, how tanky should it be? Like, are you machine gunning pigs or just cartoon violence? Ironic racism as well as tabletop blackface. What you do is play a group about them and you're gonna... And then we have... There we go. How's the game at any point? Reassess this stuff. If the game stops being fun, fuck the game. And trust me, we're gonna fuck this game. So, here's actually one of my most interesting part. Yeah, we don't talk about that. He's neuroatypical. We don't care about that. So, we have the characters. Now, this is actually one part of this game I actually quite enjoy. It has a fairly, I wouldn't say unique, but a very interesting way of making characters, that being the 4-word structure. So, when you're making it, it makes for every... even he kind of addresses, like, hey, this game is about making weird characters. And then we have the first of many characters. So, Afrofuturist Cyborg Shaman Opossum. Possum, however you pronounce it. Very cool. And we don't deal with the Ankh or anything like that. There's no gods. There are no gods here, except when it's okay. So, looking here, again, the 4 words. This is actually one of my interesting things. Now, this is also one of the things that I fucking despise, is the first, second, third, sin. Identity politic, super status, vocation, and animal. One of these is not like the other. You get some very odd ones like this. I like identity politic was initially, oh, this has to be a joke. Not really, because if we look here, it's a socially constructed and constrained by identity politics. It's not comparable to each other at all, but roll with us. We just know that one word can't really suffice. It's just embrace it, you know, and it's the social constructed qualities, advantages, and challenges you might have with that identity specific. In gameplay, sometimes you'll reference it to help you do things and tell your story. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and I want you to remember, these are all a thing. ADHD, Afro-American, Afrofuturist, Afro-Latinx, even though nobody in Latin America uses the term Latinx. Fun fact. Ally, Anarcho, Antifa. It's wait, is that even a term? I like the fact it's Asian. Asian is just a exactly. Asian is like that. That's also one of those. And you, as you gradually get on, you'll notice some of the odder ones. Beatniks, biracial, bipolar, bisexual, blind, butch, celibate, Chicanics. What? Yes, a beatnik. Actually, a beatnik is a young person in the 1950s, early 1960s, belonging to a subculture associated with the beat generation. Literally, it's the first hipsters. So, yeah, give me 1 second. I'm Chicano. Chicana is a chosen identity of people of Mexican descent born in the United States. Oh, alright. Oh, chica or chico. Yeah, alright. Yeah, no, I was like, Chicanics? What the fuck is a Chicanics? Yeah, my mom knew a bunch of those people because she's from LA. Let's see. Cholo. Wait. These are, fun fact, these are effectively the same thing. Right here, 19 and 20 are effectively the same thing, depending on who you're talking to. Now we get to the weird ones. Kami. Cosplayer. Deafy? Being deaf is apparently a thing. Disabled. Elderly. L. ELL. English language learner. Ex-con. Formerly incarcerated. Fat. Again, I just want you to remember, being fat, same thing as being African American. Just remember that. I just want you all to remember this. No, ELL is different, obviously, because it means English language learner, not English second language. This means you're stupider and don't know English. Jeez. OMG. Lamau. I'm just gonna leave it there for a bit. I'll leave that there. But yeah, no, it's you'll going through this, you notice some of the oddities. Like, hey, being female is technically like on the same level of being disabled. Like, being a femboy. So yeah, you can go to femboy Hooters if you want. A gamer, which is the most oppressed class, gamers. A geeky, gothic, a hikikomori. Now, why the fuck is hikikomori in here? I will never know. Hikikomoris are a specific kind of odd phenomenon in Japan, where you have these usually young men, but sometimes young women, who completely abandon society and just live in their rooms. And how the Japanese system works is that they can effectively live pretty comfortably on hickey bucks, but they are completely socially, they're kind of like neats. But hikikomori is like the next evolution of the neat. That's the kind of the best way of summarizing it. Hikikomori is, there's some there's some odd ducks out there. Usually it's like, oh hey, look everyone, the hikikomori, everyone laughed. There's some interesting bits there. Homeless, most neats are hikikomori. Some neats are hikikomoris, not all hikikomoris are neats. Does that make sense? Immigrants, indigenous, intersex, Krishna. What the fuck's a Krishna? I have a feeling I know what it is. What? What the fuck? Krishna. Yeah, this is Krishna. Let's just leave Krishna. Yeah, leather boy, not leather man. No, no, no. Leather boy. Which worries me greatly. Lesbian. Metalhead. Again, the most oppressed. Most of less oppressed people. Middle Eastern. Multiracial. Wait, is there Muslim twice? Tell me there's Muslim twice. Well. Eunuchs? Krishna are eunuchs. Huh. Odd. Oh fuck. I didn't... Muslim, neurodiverse, new age, non-binary, nudist. Okay, no, you know, because if I Google Krishna, this is what pops up. Krishna is a Hindu deity. So what I'm thinking they're... I think what they're attempting to say is... let me actually... I think what they're trying to say with Krishna is that you're Hindu, but you can't say Hindu for some reason. You've said Hindu, like, you've said all these other religions. A specific Hindu deity is oppressed. Yeah, like, why don't you just put Hindu on there? Like, Krishna literally is like, oh, hey, a very specific subset of Hindus? Alright, okay, no, we're not going... Proletariat, pansexual, Pacific Island, the most oppressed people, the otakus. Queer, raver, stoner, teenage, thespian, third gender, two-spirited, trauma survivor, undocumented, vagabond, wobbly? What the fuck is a wobbly? Oh, industrial workers of the world. So communists. Oh, it's the International Labor Union, which is dumb. So, yeah, a vagabond. Deal with it. You don't like being a vagabond? And a Zapatista. Zapasta. I'm learning about all kinds of unique things today. Oh no. Oh no. The Zapasta Army of National Liberation, Electro Zapasta de Liberación Nacional EZLN, often referred to as Zapatistas, are a far-left libertarian, socialist, political, and militant group that controls a substantial amount of territory in Chiapas, the southernmost state of Mexico. Oh, no. EZLN, yeah. Oh, they're anarchists. I feel like I'm gonna get beat up if I continue with this. Oh, a leftist guerrilla movement. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, we don't... we're gonna go away from that. We'll talk with the Wobblies, because I thought it was a fucking Womble. Man, I wish it was a Womble. Alright, so, we went through that little thing. Oh, we're not even done. Yeah, that's the best part. So, what I've learned is that being, this is definitely written by an American who has no idea what the fuck anyone else is. Because if you notice here, now, this is the part that makes me laugh. But where in this, do you see anything missing? Make a guess. What do you think is missing from this? Sort of. No, what's missing is 95% of Asian things. Because, yeah, no, Asians all get put into a single category. Remember that. All Asians are the same, according to this. So, there's super status. The uncanny classification of being what makes you beyond human. Or animal human, other than being an anthropomorphic animal, of course. Yeah, you really are extra special. You refer to this word instantaneously invent special powers and supernatural qualities about you if you need them. Okay. Now, this one's actually some things I actually kind of enjoy, because you get like, oh, hey, you have to... Oh. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, here are all your special terms. We're just keep looking at that one right there. We don't... Bakemono? What the fuck's a bakemono? Well, you don't have to do bakemono. Oh, you're a Japanese shapeshifter. Of course you are. Cosmic changeling Katrina? What the fuck? Katrina. Okay. We're in this together at this point. Katrina. Oh, Catherine. Katrina. La Katrina. Okay. Who is the La Katrina? One of the strongest and most recognized symbol of the Day of the Dead is a tall female skeleton wearing a fancy hat with feathers. Her name is La Katrina, and in the essence of her story goes deep in Mexico. Oh, it's becoming a goddess of death. Or a Mexican dandy. Either or, you know how it'd be. Extraterrestrial, fairy, fast, flaming, Frankensteinian. I don't like that word. See, you always got to remember, like, oh, cool, I got the fast power, and then someone rolls, oh, yeah, no, I'm a god. Yeah, no, you're just frozen solid, I guess, because fuck you, that's why. La Llorona. That's another Mexican thing. Lab clones, laser, mega brained. Yeah, immortal. I just choose not to die. Cool. Nephilim nymph. Orisha? What the fuck's Orisha? See, it's all these really strange things that are... Orisha is a deity that reflects man. In Yoruba religion, Yorubas? Yeah, this is from fucking Yoruba. Like, oh, so you're a African spirit child, effectively. You'll get a little bit more into it. A little bit more about who this guy is later, but Okay, seriously, troglodyte? Really? Troglodyte? That's your superpower? Being a troglodyte. And see, it's just like, no pride for some of us without liberation for all of us. And you're a punker, zap, sex worker, flamingo. Do you like it? Wait. Okay. Speedster. Fast. I think he ran out of... Wait, I could have swore I saw it. Demon. Satanic. I think he ran out of ideas. Well, robotic. Transhuman, I believe. Golem. Yeah, he ran out of ideas pretty quickly. Okay. Third word. Now, this is where we actually get to stats. Now, if you've noticed, we actually haven't figured out how to even roll the dice yet. That happens all the way down here. Actually, that happens here. On page 16. We are currently only on page 9 of 38. It's gonna be a long one, folks. Okay, so this is your vocation. This is your unique, cool job or calling in life. Like when some capitalist asks you at a dinner party, what do you do for a living? Instead of saying, abolish the false work meritocracy, you just say, oh, I'm a saboteur. Both certain skills that come with the job. Additionally, you have access to tools of the trade. Now, tools of the trade. I want you to look at this. So, saboteurs have bombs. Jedis have lightsabers. Cosplay. Wait. Is Jedi a copyrighted term? All right, everyone. Let's take a beautiful moment here and realize that he has violated copyright terms, like by mentioning Jedis. Wait, does he actually have Jedis in here as a class? Please fucking tell me he has Jedis in here as a class. Yes. He's violating copyright so badly. And cosplayers have a closet full of amazing Sailor Moon X/X-Men mashup costumes. Abolitionist. What the fuck are you even abolishing anymore? Amazon, artist, avenger, barbarian, bard, battle monk, biker, bump. We call this terrorism, my friend. We call this terrorism. Like... Gola? What the fuck? What the fuck is a... just look at it. Just like, okay, gladiator. Copyright free term Jedi there. Joker. All right, knight. You can be a knight. Kung Fu LARPer. Okay, Kung Fu isn't a job. Being a Kung Fu person is not a job. Meme lord, monkey wrencher, muckracker, what the fuck? Wait, I'm a magician, luchador? Luchador is, oh wow, meme lord, monkey wrencher, muckracker. Perform. Okay, here's the fun thing. This is a little game design thing for everyone. If you have two classes that are effectively the same, drop one. The performer gives you +4 voice. The bard gives you +4 voice. There's no reason to have both. Absolutely none. Pilot, pirate, professor. Wait, +4 analysis. Where is the other +4 analysis? I saw you. Librarian, professor. Drop one. Don't need it. Racer, ranger, rapper. Rockstar, saboteur, sailor. Sex worker. Shaman, shoplifter, slam dance. What the fuck's a slam dancer? Slam dance, okay. It appears that you are a film person. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't get it. I don't know. Wait. Hold on a second. Vagabond? Vagabond. My God, you can be a vagabond. So you can vagabond your vagabonds. Vandal, weapon master, weed dealer. Weed dealer, the witch. Zulu. Remember that you can be the Zulu. Sumo. Also, I'm just very confused. Okay, now. Along with everything else, you're an anthropomorphic animal, which you know, so you are a bipedal humanoid version. Well, a Zulu, traditionally speaking, a Zulu individual is a people of the Bantu ethnic group in southern Africa. The Zulu people are the largest ethnic group of nation in the nation of South Africa, with an estimated 10 to 12 million people living mostly in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. KwaZulu-Natal, and originated from the Nguni communities who took part of the Bantu in the Bantu migrations. Pretty much a fairly large ethnic group. Now, no clue. Like, what? I think it's literally you're just a black person. Yeah, no. So if you want, you can technically be an Asian Zulu. Just remember that. Or they're literally meaning you're a Zulu fighter or get. So, also, Goofy gets mentioned. That's the second strike that Disney can eat this document if they so feel like it. So you're like Goofy, the dog that wears pants, not Pluto, his actual dog. It's not his dog, it's Mickey's dog. God fucking damn it. Who doesn't want to wear pants? But don't think too much. What is this entire thing here? What is this? Someone wrote this. A human being sat down to write this entire. I hate that. Yeah, Pluto doesn't want to wear pants, apparently. He's an exhibitionist, don't worry. He's a nudist. What to call it? Special animal adaptation you have and how they help. Wings to fly, digging claws, protective shell, etc. You should probably only pick randomly or have someone else pick for you. You can also choose one yourself, but that's going to take a really long time because you like so many animals. You'll get distracted Googling images of cute baby poodoos. You can also pick one that isn't on the list because I included a bunch of critters I thought would work well in the game. That might take you too long because I know how you are. Now, this is another one of those odd little notes. Don't pick any animal word combo that parallels a racist or bigoted stereotype. We ain't doing that here. That's why I left certain animals off the list, just to be safe. Now, when we go through this, I want you to remember that he took time to do this. And I want you to think of what animals are not on this list. Okay? I want you to think of what animals are not currently on this list. So we have things like aardvarks, aardwolf. What the fuck's an aardwolf? It's that. There you go. Look at the cute animal, everyone. It's called an earth wolf in Afrikaans. So he likes South Africa, I've realized. Yeah, earth wolf in Afrikaans. Alright, alright. Badger, bandicoot, barn owl, beaver, bilby. What the fuck's a bilby? Oh, here's your bilby, everyone. Capybara, butcher birds, bush baby, cheetah, chicken, kalugu, condor, coyote, crow, dick. What's a dick? I need to find out. Oh, here's your budget deer. Do you like your anime deer? Take a look at that. There you go. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Oh wow. No. Yeah, you also have dog. No bougie breeds. First of many weird little things you notice. Again, not all dogs are made equal, by the way. We don't like those bourgeoisie breeds. Fennec fox, ferrets, fruit bat, gecko, gerbil. Now we get into some of the weird one. You can be a goldfish. Grizzly bears, hamsters. Well, they have the house cat. Not real cat, not like cats, which is something like. Do they have cheetahs? Okay, they have cats just spread out among 5 sex worker goldfish. Yes, you can play a sex worker goldfish if you so please. A vagabond sex worker goldfish. I also like how the fact that house cat and kitten, these are 2 separate things, as long as kangaroo and kangaroo rat. Loris, macaw, marmoset, marmot, meerkat, mongoose, muntjac. What the fuck's a muntjac? Oh, it's this abomination of God. Another weird animal. Yes, you can make a sex worker kitten. Do you want to? Absolutely fucking none. And if you brought that to my table, I would hit you. Platypus, polecat. Why is there a polecat? Wait, I need to... Oh, it's a ferret. Cease. Cease, Pepper. Cease. Okay, so you can play a puffer, a puffin, that thing, quoll, rabbit, raccoon, rat, raven, salamander, seahorse, skunk, spider, squirrel, stray. The stray cat. How can we forget the stray cat? Yeah, it's different from the house cat. Fundamentally different. I don't know what you're talking about. Or a toad and bullfrog are technically different. Turkey, turtle, vulture, wallaby, weasel, wombat, woodchuck, zokor. Which sounds like a... Zokor sounds like a murder animal of some sort. Let's Google what it is. Zokor. There's your Zokor, everyone. It's a little rat mole thing. That's playable. Now, of these little lists here. Oh yeah, don't forget the Tanuki. What do you think is missing? I'll give you some. Nope, we do have rats. No pigs. Pigs are bad. No sheep. No cows. I posted this document in another server. I'm curious to see if you see it. Horse was one. Some of the other ones that people pointed out was kind of odd. Yeah, there were no monkeys, no orangutans, nothing like that. Which I have a strange feeling is because of this little note down here. Yeah, no primates at all. And a lot of these are like really weird, obscure animals. Like, who the fuck has ever heard of a muntjac? Or the zokor? Have you ever heard about it? I haven't. It's a lot of these, yeah, a lot of weird animals were there. Okay, now skills. So, skills are your skills, but spelled with a Z because skills are rated as 1 and 5, with 1 being the lowest possible and 5 being the highest possible. Now, you see this, 5 being the highest possible. There's a lot of weird things here, mostly because it's a very simple system. 12 points between your 6 skills, which you can... So your skills, analysis, your socio-political savvy, philosophical education, how much Das Kapital you actually read. You also know knowing your rights, noticing things, and the ability to smell BS and bacon. Hustle, you're prepped for getting things done. Hopping fences, door knocking, tagging walls with APAB, and your IRL mark maker skills for building, fixing, gardening, or just plain working. I hate this. Let me see if I can bring you up. Das Kapital. Das Kapital is pretty much Karl Marx's, like, one of his big books. Like, there's Communist Manifesto. This is pretty much his entire thing on the idea behind it. The Communist Manifesto is his idea. Let's see, APAB. All politicians are bastards. Alright, so, okay, now things are only going to start to get weirder. Because again, I hate the fact that IRL is said unironically into your spirit, your internal drive, and your divine inspiration, depending on your worldview. Your mettle, courage, and inspiration, capacity to do emotional labor or to self-care and to persevere. Underground, doing things secretly and through alternate channels, sneaking around, cutting black market deals, hacking, whistleblowing, knowing a guy, and so on. See, violence, when all other means are exhausted and you go for the last of those any means are necessary. Your ability to fight. Your expressive capacities for making speeches, painting murals, charming comrades, writing manifestos, designing memes, everyone. You can dump all your points into being an absolute meme lord. So, while certain turtles are arbitrarily named after famous Renaissance artists, you can give your character a name, usually a single name, that references great social justice warriors. Adopt a single monkey from this list below, or another social justice warrior name you know. Feel free to angrily scribble out any names I've included because you've decided they belong to traitors of the people. LOL. Or, let me pronounce this right. LOL. Also, feel free to use any other names, categories you think of, like maybe they're all names from 70s soul singers, or your own grandma's, the word liberty translated into different languages or something. Remember, people, he's asking for money for this game, and I hate it. I loathe it. So yeah, here's all your names. No, you can be Noam Chomsky if you want. Ginsburg, can't forget that. Harriet Tubman, Joe Rogan's probably. Capitalize your fucking words, mate. Yeah, no, yeah, that's also this, I know I'm harping on the, fucking formatting a lot, but I like to format my documents, and it fucking hurts anytime I see this. Now we have to draw our characters. Fun parts. You must draw your character. 3 exclamation points. 3 exclamation points. Hot tip, if you suck at drawing, your picture will probably be the best. So, I want you to remember, these are all probably sample characters that... Yeah, this is a rule. I want you to remember, we are not to the fucking rules yet. We don't know how to roll dice yet. But don't worry, we have to draw our characters. We are an hour into this fucking nightmare, and we do not know how to roll dice yet. So, we also have some, like, bisexual mech suit kung fu rat. Kind of a cool idea. I'm down. But yet... Fat armored crow pirate. Cool. See, it's interesting when you actually look at some of these and you're like, why aren't they picking some of the more like odd ones? Like fat crow pirate? Like, damn straight, I'd allow him in my group. Fuck yeah. Looks like, you know, Osama bin Ratty here. Fuck yeah, he's in my group. Fuck yeah. I don't know, add something cooler except bisexual, and I'm down with you, mech suit kung fu rat. Also, one thing you can also somewhat notice. Now, I don't know if you calls can see that, but there is a slight discoloration here, which annoys me to no end, because I can notice it slightly. Form your affinity group. At this point, you're sort of starting to play the game. We're not, though. GamePigs might even have to start you as separate SJNs. But form the group during scenario as you meet. But by default, y'all should be playing out your own little social justice super group beforehand. Yeah! Must also follow the 4 words model. You must carefully and methodically decide each of the 4 words to invoke maximum solidarity. This name must include for every individual in the group while remaining as specific as possible. Each word is negotiated. To help use the affinity group name maker. See handouts in the end of the book. So the affinity group is working on a name that includes both the queer vampire gangster bobcat and the Chianco fairy hacker skink. First, they have to make space for both queerness and to conquer revolutionary stances. Next, what categories both include vampires and fairies. Third, a term encompasses the illegal actions of the gangsters and hackers. Finally, something that knows commonality between bobcats and skinks. Transgressive, supernatural, felon quadrupeds. Remember, this section is before, again, we can roll dice. Now, we're just getting started. Now, I'm going to stop here. Give me 1 second to see if we still have some jazzy tunes. Yeah, we have jazzy tunes for another 2 hours. Hell yeah. So, this is the pigsty. Now, this was during my first run through of things, this was one of the ones that I stopped at and questioned my life doing. Because even reading here, you can kind of see some of the oddities of it. But I think the most curious thing, the part that really makes my noggin jog, is this was one of the sections that made me believe this isn't satire in the slightest. Because you'll notice some of the words being used are very hostile. And not really friendly in the slightest. And I also want to psychically in your mind, replace the word pigs with a minority group, and you immediately make this 200 times worse. It's great. I don't know what you're talking about. It becomes like 150 times better, because it's so fucking racist if you do. Like, it's fucking horrible if you do it. But, so, sympathies, lions fall anywhere. Then we have this. Pigs are the villains in this game. Yeah, I said it. All pigs are bastards. Nothing against the real animal, of course, who is very cute, cleanly. Very cute, cleany, friendly, and isn't a class traitor. But in this game, if someone looks like a pig and oinks like a pig, they're a pig. Now, what I'm gonna do? No, not doing that. I mean, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read it as you should envision the following. Except I'm going to replace the word pigs with Jews. Alright, everyone, I'm pitching my nose right now. Why? Because I'm doing it for you. Jews are the villains in this game. Yeah, I said it. All the Jews are bastards. Nothing against the real animal, of course, who is very cute, cleanly, friendly, and isn't a class traitor. But in this game, if someone looks like a Jew and oinks like a Jew, they're a Jew. It's like, how? Huh? Also, copyright infringement, don't say that. Stop being dumb and selling your book. I should really yell at them that they violated copyright a lot. Okay. Now come the bourgeoisie pigs. The middle-class pigs, heartless landlords, and the bosses. Technically petite bourgeoisie pigs who exploit the masses. Because remember, everyone, I just want you to remember, a landlord trying to make money is inherently evil. I just want you to remember that. I have the right to live in the super luxury apartment I cannot afford because it's my right. I want you to remember that. And now, mind you, also take a look at their stats. Their stats are terrible. Like, fucking terrible. Because the pigs here, she fundamentally, like our Karen pig, has no analysis ability, so she can't really detect anything. She's effectively blind. She has no ability to do any action that is not somewhat violent. Her spirit is She has no apparently supernatural view in life. There are shit landlords, of course. Everyone, it's easy to exploit. But it's like saying every single landlord is a piece of shit, garbage human being who deserves death. Incorrect. Very incorrect. They're just trying to do their job. They're playing the hand that was given to them. Once we get further in, again, I just want you to remember, just change the word pigs. Yeah, mostly when you get back to how dice are rolled. We'll get to that a little bit in a bit. Also, here's the capitalist pigs, who are even worse, mind you. Put profit before people on the planet, especially the Wall Street types and those who control the means of production. Chauvinist pigs. I'll just make aggressive circular motions there. Also, I just noticed the, like, shitty swastika. Chauvinist pigs, the biggest jingoist, racist, sexist, incels, hate group members, MAGA types, and willfully ignorant members of the working class with no solidarity to their oppressed brothers. But again, all pigs are evil, therefore, even if he did care about the other people, he's a pig, therefore evil. Filthy pigs. Dirty pigs, the destroyer of the planet, the polluters, fuckboys, emotional manipulators. A jingoist is like a very old, technically it's a philosophy saying that we should go to war a lot to exploit our, pretty much assert our dominant, T-pose over the world by going to war and killing things we don't like. Very popular back in like the 1800s by Jingo. Also, I always like the fact that this is Takeshi 69 effectively. And, the rapper is apparently trying to destroy the world. Pigs. Pigs in blue. Cops, who are class traitors. Civil rights abusers, paid enforcers of the unjust status quo. Also includes FBI, CIA, and any law and social enforcement agents. Again, who have no ability to speak with anybody, have no ability to actually see anything, cannot actually perform many actions personally, and has no spiritual connection whatsoever, and so they rout immediately if anything bad goes on. Now, this is one of those ones that's like, pig fuckers. Pig fuckers aren't actually pigs. They are non-pig bootlickers who love and mingle with pigs so much they smell like them. They're often bougie little dog breeds or something. They might as well be pigs, except for their lumpen proletariat laziness keeps them from committing to going full pig. Remember, not all dogs are the same. Not all animals are the same. If you like the pigs, if you think, you find solidarity with another race, otherwise known as the pigs, you were immediately branded evil in this world. So, yeah, no, don't like, Okay, I just want you to remember, just replace all this with the word Jew, and it becomes 10 times worse. Or black. Oh, Jesus. Secret pigs. Yeah, secret pigs, aka parcel pigs, porky people, pig sympathizers, people who are pigging out, etc. These are non-pigs who are borderline pigs due to their secretly piggish attitudes and behavior. They might even start growing pig parts or features. Piglets may not be beyond saving. It's a judgment call for all SJNs to make. Is this indirectly saying the orc baby dilemma? I'm not saying that it's making the orc baby dilemma. I'm just saying that it's potentially wanting you to put a pillow over a tiny piglet and smother it to death. War pigs! War pigs! The masters and servant of the military-industrial complex, who oppress both at home and worldwide to feed their insatiable appetite for oil and natural resources. I already have some. There's no such thing as a fat pig. No one is a pig because they're fat, even though lots of cops are fat. We don't body shame y'all. So yeah, fat pigs are not a fat pigs is not a thing. Ah, that hurts me. God, what were you thinking? Also, there's no such thing as piglets. Sure, pigs have kids, but no child is born bad. Truth be told, most kids are born comrades. Yeah, no, we can race shame all we want. All pigs are evil. Playing the game. Okay, now we're at 15 minutes into this fucking deep dive, and we have finally hit the rules section. So, you may be wondering, man, the rules got to be pretty big, right? No, it's overly simple even. So, as the game pig runs the adventure, they try to make life difficult for the players in two major ways. Skills rolls, I hate that so fucking much, and pig power. Pretty much they roll one of their skills, which skill applies, roll under or roll and add. There are two types, unresisted, roll and under, and resisted, roll and add. Roll under. Roll equal to or under. When no one is trying to stop you, it is unresisted. For example, you are trying to climb a fence. The fence is not actively trying to stop you. To succeed unresisted, you must roll rating of your applicable skill or lower. Or skills. So, if I have a 5 in something, obviously, I can just roll a d6 and climb under it. Or just do it. Now, this is where things get a little bit complex. When someone is trying to beat you in a challenge, their ability also factors in. This is a resisted roll. You roll and add the result to your applicable skill rating. The opponent rolls and adds their result to their applicable skill rating. The highest total wins. If they're both equal, fight about it until there's a consensus. Wait. Okay, you do roll. I'm like, wait, you just add everything together? Yeah. Throwing down. Alright, you ready for some violence? Whenever someone fights, they make resisted rolls on their violence. If the SJN succeed, they get to describe the resulting outcome. If they fail, the game pig describes how their foe defeats them. Sankara finds a Nazi pig harassing an old lady and decides to give him the beatdown. Sankara must roll his violence. The Sankara rolls a violence of 4. He rolls 2. 4 plus 2 equals 6. The Nazi has a violence of 3 and rolls 2. A total of only 5. 6 since 6 is bigger than 5. Sankara successfully. They are not featured in this book. Actually, I think they are featured later. So, that is the entirety of the combat system, everyone. Good times. Now, you may be wondering, Notepad, why can't I solve all my problems with violence if I have a 5 in violence, as I can immediately win every single engagement? Because fuck you. Stop being fascist. Nazi. Yeah, so it's literally you win or you lose. There's no middle ground, so... yeah. Oh, there's the A-team. Yeah, no, sorry, my eyes are glazing over slightly. The paint gun out of an 88 Aerostar, a paint gun and an air compressor. Scar will help her, and he's not too handy, and so will Snowden. Because fuck you. And since the pad has the highest hustle rating of 5, the pad gets to roll on their hustle 3 times. Once for each SJN working on the tank. This pad rolls a 4, 2, and a 1, 3 successes. The next day, when the chauvinist pigs attack, they are faced with a fully operational rainbow-colored love tank with a cannon that douses them in pink candy yum-yum perfume. Ooh, ooh. I hate everything I read there. I don't drink enough for this. Okay. This is one of the weirdest mechanics, is pig power. Now, the game pig can try to take back power of the consensus from the players by using their pig power, which represents the oppressive power of the pig's dictatorial systems. Every time a pig comes to a consensus on what happened, every time the players come to a consensus on what happens, the game pig can say no. The game pig rolls a d6. They roll a 1 or 2, override. The consensus stands, and the game pig can't use pig power in the next consensus. So, you effectively have bennies that are useless, because on a 1 or 2, you get to say no, and they can just make another one. There's no fucking reason why this works. So, and that's literally all you get. That's how you use the pig power. And then it's like, oh, you can use one time, wait. Use your words, biting your big brother's ear. Let them do something extraordinary. Let's explain the special power, ability, or effect advantages have. Yeah, so Octavia, the Afrofuturist cyborg shaman possum, is working with her affinity group to uncover a capitalist pig plot to tear down their local community center. Mostly because it's probably horrifyingly outdated. On one turn, Octavia must put an arson attempt at the back of the building. She uses her cyborg word, explain her robot arm transforms into a sonic extinguisher gun, like she saw some college kid invent on YouTube, and she puts out the fire. Later, she says she discovers the identity of the capital of pigs become the real estate shell company by using high-tech internet skills due to her being an Afrofuturist. During the game's climax, Octavia is standing guard of the community center and tells the game pig that his paid thugs can't sneak up on her because she's a nocturnal possum with night vision. Finally, when her comrades has fallen to the final pig attack, Octavia revives him with a ritual healing magic because she is a shaman. Yeah, so your superpowers, and remember, every time you lose, you can just say, I'm immortal, and don't lose. I wonder what the fuck Vagabond does. Huh. Hi, Game Pig. We all have a little fascist inside us. And now's your chance to let them out. You're gonna try to defeat the players. Half-heartedly, of course. Wow, they're insulting me right off the bat by shaping the story that pigs win. But like all pigs, you're pretty dull-witted and lazy, so they'll probably beat you in the end. The game pig gets to read and improvise the direct action adventures, narrating and proposing to the players what's happening. The words in caps italics like secret, describe, and struggle are cues for the game pig as to what to do when running the adventure. Secret for your eyes only. Describe. So, struggle. SJNs do shit. This is where the game pig lets the players discuss what they want to happen. I don't know why you'd ever give in. There's not like a little bar or anything. Okay, wrap up. Oh, Jesus. So, this is the, the sample adventures. So we have the ROTC Nazis. So here's the super soldiers. Super duper soldiers. Like what? Private Chattily Chicken Hawk. Grizzly Bear Vatos. Oh, I think these are literally just gangbangers to be. What's a Vato, everyone? In Spanish-speaking regions, used to address or refer to a man. It's literally saying, these Spanish kids don't like you because they want to join the military. Oh my god. Must fight the super duper soldiers who are living fighter jets that poop explosive poops. What? What the fuck? Wrap up. With the Super Duper Soldier program foiled, the SJNs can whistleblow the whole conspiracy to the media and post viral footage of their fight or whatever. Poop. It's poop. It's poop. They're pooing. Poop. Maybe the high school SJNs get scholarships to a good radical college based on their actions. Haha, Lamau. Yeah, Weasel Dick. Yeah, okay. Here's where social justice. Yeah, here's your skinhead pigs. As you see, they are terrible at everything. What the fuck? Pigzilla, 50-foot porker. That's frankly horrifying. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Also, helicopter lands and Dr. Hokkaido comes running out. You cannot destroy Wait, what? No. You are not having Dr. Hokkaido. You cannot destroy Daikaju Buta-san. Oh, wait, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, reefer madness at the county border. There's the roid pig. Daikaju Buta-san. Yeah, this is literally how doing weed is bad. The Reefer Monster. Bong Water Blaster Weed Whacker Trail. We don't talk about the boxes. Do not refer to the boxes. Also, Mayor Now, mind you, this is literally the mayor dresses up as a reefer monster to make sure that her plan to make sure weed isn't legalized in the county doesn't go through. Now, the fun part is Mayor Gammons announced that she's stepping down due to the Reaper monster fiasco, but has already signed a deal with Netflix for a documentary series about her controversial life story. Sergeant Porkins is on fully paid administrative leave and already receives offer from several Midwestern police departments for promotion to lieutenant. Yep, there's the Reefer monster. Also, this is just a blank page, by the way. There's just nothing here. And here's our character sheets, our various affinity group maker. So, we've gone through here, for lack of a better word, and determined some weird things about this game. But we're not quite done yet. What the fuck? Okay, Spiral. Actually, no, that's I'm going to check this on my Facebook on another tab so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So, this is another one of those very odd things. So, let's see. This is what I referred to earlier. This was the school. So, give me one second. Let's close that. So, I don't really want to show you the Facebook page because, actually, I'll see if I can show you the Facebook page. Can I show that? Actually, what I'm going to do. So this should... Yeah, there we go. So this is their Facebook page. This is their only really game. Okay, no, not now. So, updated a cover photo. And then we have, these games are offered for educational purposes only. Lego Mania RPG, Star Wars Quest RPG, and this just started August 18th. August 18th. So, we have this. This is their yeah, no, I don't know if I can show this, but again, this is a website you can find that it's just there. And Endless Workshop School, where are you? Endless Workshop School is in Los Angeles, California. I'm not surprised. And seems pretty popular. Yeah, Scott Stubbe and Scott Stubbe. So this is the same one. Revolutionary education. So, the odd thing is, beyond the conventional small school environment, it's effectively a charter school. It's a school for people who want to do things. So, it's also what I would like to call a social justice school in more ways than one. So there are no bells, time managed organically with student input and consensus. You'll notice that being pretty common. No homework. Humanistic values, self-evaluation. Family time respected. Trust to choose how they spend their evening. We find many students work with academics after school, even when they generally want to learn about topics. No tests. Self-grading. Interest-based challenge education. Now, if this is your beliefs, cool, I don't really care. It's very odd. So, now the thing is, the brainchild husband, Scott Stubbe. There we go, Scott Stubbe. There we go. We have him again. He's right here, everyone. Scott Stubbe. Credited, and Nadini Katange, social justice and science teacher. These two are the heads. He's the one who writes everything. So, let's see. They go to a lot of California. Tuition. Jesus Christmas Christ. 19 grand a year? Fuck that. So stealing how much as other, slide 10% of gross family income. Active sessions, guided sessions, inclusion policy. So what's the inclusion policy? I don't really care. Who the fuck is you? Education community. So, and I really only care about this, the role-playing games. And if you enjoy this, Star Wars. So this is what they do. Because here's the big thing is play-based. So, about building bricks. Okay, so this is just their... You're just making a Lego game. Alright, cool. And what's the Star Wars quest? Tell me more about Star Wars quest. Tabletop role-playing by Scott Stubbe. About the game. Stubbe, Los Angeles. Padawan said, okay, it looks like a... pretty, I mean, this is fine. I mean, looking at it, it's a pretty simple system for kids. Yeah, this is like a kid thing. And that's fine. Games for kids are fine. It's... I mean, this seems perfectly fine, I guess. Oh, hello. Okay, no, you know what we have to do? We have to go on a magical adventure. Experimental learning, don't really care. Star Wars RPG summer camp. Make your own custom action figures. That's gonna be neat. Alright, so now we get to hunt down... Wait, Nani? Okay, you're selling this to kid. What? No, no, that's bad. Underages. Okay. You know what time it is, everyone. Where are you? Under the ages. Scott Stubbe. No, that doesn't tell me anything. That's... Where is this game? Because, you see here, it's not actually on here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, I wonder. Wayback Machine. Damn it. Okay, this is back in 2017. What if I can find Under the Ages here? Highly educational. Looks like there was multiple here. Interesting. I wonder if I can find any more. I want Under the Ages. That's all I want. TBH. 2015. Let's do 22nd of October. Bloodwater RPG. Interesting. So, there's at least 2 of these games that aren't available anymore. So we know the Bloodwater RPG is not available. That's gone. I don't know where the hell it is. Because if you look at the Star Wars Quest one, this came out relatively recently. We just read over Social Justice Warrior Turtles, which is fascinating because this means it's either was updated relatively recently, or it's fairly... Let's see. Again, Under the Ages, I don't know where the hell this is. That's just gone. So, Bloodwater and Under the Aegis are just disappeared. I don't know where the hell that is. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, you know what? I'm a small-time streamer. I have absolutely no credibility to do this. But I'm offering a bounty. Of literally fucking nothing. But I'm curious. I want to find Under the Aegis, and I want to find Bloodwater. Whatever those games may be, I want to find them. I want to compile what this man does, because I'm curious at this point. Because it's like the last deep dive in the Vagra Entertainment. I feel this man, Scott Stubbe, or Stubbs, or Stubbe, or whatever the hell he goes by. I have a strange feeling he is a California liberal and writes these games less for the actual value they produce and more for the quote educational value, end quote. Because it's even said in here, a lot of these are from people, are for kids, you know, kids building their own models, kids building their own, you know, things to play around with, kids learning about, looks like to be Greek mythology, kids learning about, probably with like Bloodwater, it sounds like a pirate game, that age sail. You can get kids to learn about those in a more engaged environment. Hell, I'm for one, kids playing RPGs is a great thing, actually. I have to give the man that. Because it really helps. It helps kids who aren't really talkative. It helps anyone, to be perfectly honest. It helps anyone who isn't really talkative really get out there, because you don't have to be you for a time. You are a barbarian wizard who is trying to unravel the mysteries of the universe, or you're a fearsome Jedi trying to stop the Sith from destroying the world. That's the point of it. You're not playing you necessarily, and allows you to come out of your shell a little bit more. Getting to this point, though, fascinates me. Because if it was just these educational games, I don't think I would be as mystified as I am. Hell, Kid Quest, or various other games like that. Those exist. Those are made for kids. And the entire point is to appeal to kids. That's fine. Honestly, that's a completely noble goal. These games, fundamentally, are fine. I mean, just my quick glance through this Star Wars game, it's an easy setting to kind of deal with. You have some very simple math to work with. Yeah, but bear with me. I think these older games, Star Wars Quest, Bloodwater, whatever the hell that game is, again, I'm assuming it's like a pirate game or something, and like Lego Mania, all of those seem very much about getting kids to do something. Hey kids, let's learn about Greek mythology. Well, of course, you're going to be playing as Greek heroes in this role-playing game. You're not going to be Jackson, the kid with a shitty home life. You're going to be playing Archaeus, a great warrior, chieftain of the Archaeans. You're really cool, and everyone likes you, and you're going to kill God, or kill a god-like entity because you're cool. Like, that's cool. I mean, that's interesting. Pretty much what you missed was me finding out there were other games here, and me being unable to find them. I'm going to see if I can't do some more little bit deep hunting of these games, but I think a lot of these games are made for kids. Now, the interesting part was when we looked at the Facebook page. Social Justice Warrior Turtles was the only one on there. Now, the odd thing is, it's here, and it says for mature players. But again, none of these other ones say mature players. And if I don't have the Wayback Machine open anymore, but I went to the Wayback Machine and I found there were probably 6-7 games that are no longer here. One was called Bloodwater, which I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. I'm assuming it's a pirate game, and if I'm looking at this Under the Aegis game right here, Singo Muses, if we zoom in a little bit more, it's a role-playing game about become hoplites, marinens, demigods, and centaurs, love more at home and on the battlefield. Like, honestly, if you were... What would you rather... to get people into it a little bit more? If you were a munchkin, if you were a 10th grader, what's going to get you a little bit more into Greek history a little bit more, what you want to learn, being like, well, I'm playing a hoplite, who is on an epic quest to save his love from the underworld. a little bit more interesting. You become a little bit more invested because you want to read about it a little bit more, so you can get an advantage even. Like, oh, well, and, you know, mostly when your GM's like, oh, well, looky here, it's a Cerberus. I mean, like, well, obviously I know how to defeat Cerberus. I read it. It's... Now, if it was games like that, I don't think I would be as critical, you could say, about Scott here. But it appears that the social... Oh, that's Quixalted. We don't talk about Quixalted. It appears, though, if you go here, Spiral Lemconstatade, or whatever the fuck it is, that word, that appears to be relatively new, because that Facebook group right there started in August last month, effectively. And the only thing it has on there is social justice warrior turtles. So, this is telling me two things. One of two things. One, he is trying to break out and make his own RPG company, effectively. You know, using the games he's already made to make his own custom games and sell those to support the school during these trying times. Now, this is fine if he didn't, again, find it on Drivethru RPG, because if I can go to, actually, it reminds me, Drivethru RPG. So, Spiral and Cast. No, this is the only game they have up on here. Okay. It's publisher's website. Is their website just the... It's this. It doesn't even have the download here. Interesting. So it looks like he's using... If I were to be a betting man, and I'm a betting man, I would say that he is using what he has, this more, quote, mature game, end quote, to bring more influence to his not company, his school. Because what you missed, Pepper, is when I went through the school thing, their big thing is like no tests, no homework, no grades. It's a lot of, you know, you kind of decide what you want to learn. Very charter school-esque, if you know what charter schools are at all. I mean, the more weird charter schools, but I digress. It's, but it's also like, oh, well, we're a low-income, effectively, charter school, private school, which is fine, that's cool. It's just very odd. You know, honestly, this is also one of the main reasons why I did this, because I was so fascinated in this game. I wanted to know more about it. I wanted to do a curious case. So, Spiral Lemcaste, or Lemicade, or whatever the fuck it is. Spiral games here. I have a strange feeling is not a real thing. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by it's not a real thing is that it's not a company designed to sell games necessarily. It's a company designed to have the legitimacy and have the legitimacy to sell games, if that makes sense. The goal isn't to really sell the games, it's to pretty much get it uploaded on Drivethru RPG. Because it's Spiral, you know, it's Spiral games. It's not essentially a front almost, but it's just kind of a... you wouldn't be able to put your school logo on the same website that, let's see, like fucking, I'm trying to look at some of the weird games I have around here. Like Kamigakuri or fucking Alice is Missing. Like, you don't really want to be associated, as a school anyway, to games that are a little bit more adult focused. Because again, you have to remember, there's still people in the world that believe D&D is Satan magic. And kind of being associated with it is a little bit odd. Because if you look at the games he has, they're all relatively friendly. Bar this one if you actually read it. But if you're a parent and you walk up and you say, and you're like, hey, what are my kids playing? You know, what is this? And you're like, oh, well, this is Under the Aegis, a role-playing game that teaches kids about Greek mythology. Fine, cool. Oh, hey, this is Social Justice Warrior Turtles. It's a fun little parody game that we thought it would be fun. Like, oh, that's fine. No one's gonna bat an eye. But if you put up the school logo on Drivethru RPG and you Google the school and Drivethru RPG immediately pops up, Mama sees D&D get put, like, oh, my kid's practicing Satan magic, obviously. It's one of those Satan games. So I think it's not quite a front, but very much a mask for the game, for the product itself, for the company itself, the school. Now, he can prove me wrong with this if he starts publishing the other games. Maybe not necessarily Star Wars, but like Under the Aegis. Or he publishes Bloodwater. Maybe that's why we don't actually see them on his website. We might see them on Drivethru RPG later on as full legit games, possibly with cleaner artwork or non-stolen assets or something. Because if you look on all the other games, it's things that like I do with my games, Control-C, Control-V, because I'm not planning on selling any of my games. But if he wants to sell his, obviously he needs to, even though Social Justice Warrior Turtles has a lot of copyrighted material in it. So I think that concludes this deep dive, this curious case into Social Justice Warrior Turtles, and turns Scott Stubbe and Spiral Games. I think it's very complex. It's a very complex situation Mr. Stubbe has found himself in. And I don't know the full extent of it. Because again, I'm only an asshole on the internet. And I can go through his book that he's trying to sell to people for $4 is his recommended price if you look over here. Suggested price $4. Discussion, Christ. Wait, what type of turtles now? No reviews. Honestly, I might post my own review. But I wonder, did he do all the artwork himself? I wonder. That's the only thing he has. August 25th, 2020. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think that really concludes it. Now let's see what the average ratings are. 2 1s, 2 5s, 2 4s. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Like, the thing is, like, it's a perfectly... Actually, I wouldn't say functional system. I would say there's the bones of a perfectly functional system in here. There's the ideas and there's the bones. I like the character creation process. I really do. I've said this repeatedly. The 4-word idea is actually kind of interesting. It immediately gets you into the character, immediately gets you the idea. Do I like how they execute it? Not really, but obviously, you can change that. Do I like the theming? Not really, especially so. There's a reason I'm going to use it for a glorified hentai game, because I have no morals. But it's a fascinating little thing, isn't it? That this game just appears out of nowhere last month, and suddenly it's here. And we get to worry about it. actually, if I think about it too, that thread came out on August 25th. Sube may shitpost on 4chan too, possibly. There's a distinct chance. But overall, I think we had a fairly good stream here, about 2 hours long of deep diving into social justice warrior yeah, I think he self-posted. I'm not gonna lie. I think he may have posted his own game to build traffic and get downloads. I'm not saying he did, but I'm saying he might have. Allegedly. I mean, it worked. It got me to download it, got it on my radar, and also did a 2-hour video effectively, which I am effectively going to post be free advertising for this shit show. But I also am encouraging people, do not buy this. Do not buy Social Justice Warrior Turtles. Do not. If you want to make a donation to the school, cool, make a donation to the school. Don't buy this game, though. Is it worth $4? Abso-fucking-lutely not. It's a shitty game that I could pump out in 20 minutes. It's a 30-page little shit RPG about saying pigs are evil and being vaguely racist about it, but not really racist about it. You know, that, and being very odd about it. Like, if I would say download it for a meme, but don't download it to enjoy it. And is it worth it? Abso-fucking-lutely not. It's not a good game. Like, even anyone with half a brain can probably, you know, determine that you can game that system pretty hard, because there's 5 attributes. Again, there's 5 attributes, and with 5 attributes, you also have 12 points to distinguish among them. So, using some complex mathematics, if you dump 1, 1, so that's 1 point of each, so that would be 10, and then with the other 3, you can dump up, technically you can dump up everything you want, up to 4, and then you get one of the attributes that allow you to bump up an attribute by 4, and then suddenly you have a master class super character who's unkillable except for one thing, and if you select violence, you can't even fucking kill them. It's a very fascinating game. One that boggles my mind and makes me want to make a porn game out of it, because I have no sense of right or wrong. My morals are that of a corrupted deer. So, overall, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Most likely, I will start the next project either this Wednesday. Yeah, either this Wednesday or later, depending on if fun fact, if Night actually gives me the correct amount of dollary dues. I sent the invoice. If everything goes through, we should be good. I can't actually post this. Give me 1 second. I want to add a thing. Image. Example. Let's see. SPRUG Workshop. Oh, so here's the title card for potentially the next game. Embrace it. She's a 100-year-old lolly, so she's legal. Remember that, kids. But overall, I think things are going pretty good. And I will talk to you all probably in a bit, because I'm probably going to hop into comfy campfire chat. So, Godspeed, good luck, hope you all have a wonderful day. Sayonara.